Pack 10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Blap, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump in the moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so fast, slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less. Say less.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr. Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. proof. I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
Renovate. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em go. Them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em go. Stop overthinking, these can't fuck with you. Get 'em go. Standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier, match the nails. No competition, these.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Purdy off the play fake. On the move to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Motion to the left with Jennings. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. McCarthy off the play fake.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's McCarthy.
Flushed out right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Now McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Aaron Jones.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And bulldozing his way through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now? We could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. To the air with McCarthy. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
McCarthy going to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Addison.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Looking to throw. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now Purdy. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That is caught.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On play action, McCarthy.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. to throw now on first down.
Pass complete to Addison.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Throwing again, McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here's McCarthy.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Third down from the gun, McCarthy completes this to Addison out left.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Moody.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Quickly to Addison here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jordan Addison.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach only stands up